Okay, so let's go to the profile. So toggle all, app, protected, tab, and profile. Great. So I'm going to change this to a safe area view from React Native's safe area context. Okay, so now you can see that it has been pushed down. Okay, so let's do what we have been doing. Okay, so yeah, so if it's this, we say gray dash 900. Okay, let's also import dark and also the user. So I'll import this from the context and also this from the hook that we created. Okay, great. And now what we can do is let's get the header. I'm going to say header. Okay. So the header will be this row between this and that and profile. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, that's cool. Okay, great. So maybe we can change this, right? Because we need to include font, the dark theme. So, okay, so that's fine. Okay, great. So once we're done with that, we're going to have something called scroll view. Okay, so as I told you, if we want to have a list where we scroll, we can have this scroll view, right? Okay, and the flex flat list that we're using also kind of supports scrolling, right? So if you have a lot of items that we want to show, we can use it, which is optimized for that. And with this scroll view, we can also use to scroll. We have scrollable items, but you see this time, the items are not that a lot, so we can use this, right? Okay. It's also a view which supports scrolling, as I told you in the beginning. Okay, so flex should be that. I'm going to say show scroll indicator should be false. And I'm going to do something like content container style. Great. And I'm going to say padding bottom, right? Like we did in the beginning. And I think we set it to 120 or so. So let me toggle this so that we can still see the content below here. Okay. Okay, so yeah, let me label it as content. So now let's come to the profile. So class. Okay, so dark then should be this or that. Okay, so I think we have given dark theme to this one already. So by default it should take the background. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. So let me remove it and see. Okay, so in order that let me just switch my theme to dark and let's see. Okay, so I just switched my phone theme to dark, and I think yeah, sticking. So there is no need to give a background color here. Again, what we can just say is that items to be center, and we don't need justify to also center. Okay, all I need is py of 8, and that's all. Okay, so inside here, I'm going to show the image, right? So image, import image from React Native. Okay, so let's start this one. I'm going to say it should be relative, right? Okay, so here the source. Okay, source should be URI user dot image URI. Okay, if it doesn't, we'll just say no image, if you remember. Okay, great. And now we can also have class name, which would be rounded dash full. Great. And width dash 28 and height also of 28. Great. So now we have this. Okay, great. So now below it, I'm going to put a touchable opacity. Great. And inside it, I'll put a material icon. Okay, so I guess suggestion. So let me import material icon, which is a camera icon. We're saying it should be absolute. The background should be white, rounded, and this. Okay, let's see. Okay, great. So it does position it here. Beautiful. Maybe I can use blue 600 and let's see. Then this will have to be white. Yeah, I think that's fair. And I think the icon is very big. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. And you can click on it. Great. And when you click on it, right, it will go to on press, right? It should go to I'm just going to say console.log, edit profile. Okay, great. For now. Okay, so now we just have it. So below this div, we're going to put the name, which will be user.name, right? User.name, yeah, it will be there. And here now class name. Oh, okay. So I don't think we'll need an email. So we're saying that the test should be Excel, right? Maybe I should increase it to 2XL, font semi bold. If it's dark, it should be white and black on this. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. Okay, so maybe I can add one thing that is margin top of, let's say 4 to bring it down. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so here we can also have a div which will house the user profile, right? So I'm going to put a test in and just say user.username. Great. Okay, so I'm just going to put at here. Okay, and also I think, yeah, it's nicely formatted with the classes style. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, like this. Okay, and I'm going to also put a touchable opacity here. Okay, that will say edit profile with the icon. Okay, I think that's also fine. Edit icon, and maybe I can move this out of this and give this. Okay, so it should be flex row items to center in a gap of 2, right? Great. Let me also give margin top of 4, right, to push it down. And now let me give a class to this test blue. Okay. But I think we have a problem. The problem is that you can see that the items are not centered. So what we can do is that flex row item center and that. Okay. So okay, maybe we can remove this. Yeah, and that should be fine. Then there's no need of this one. Okay, great. And this one also, when we click on it, should go to the other page. Okay, so now let's come to the down part where we have the settings list, right? Okay, so where are we? Okay, here. So maybe you can come down. Okay, so here. And now I'm going to say, let me define. Okay, let me do this first. Okay, so I'm going to say another view with class name of margin bottom of 8. Okay, great. Maybe we can also give a margin top to this one, so of maybe 4. Okay, and inside this one, I'm going to put a test that will say account settings. Okay, so let's start it and see. So yeah, the font should be LG4, some people and dark. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so like this. And I think the styles. Okay, I think this is very big. So I'm going to just say 12 pixels. And here, I'm going to give a pattern of 4. Okay, great. Great job. So here, we need this one. I'm going to have a div. Sorry, a view, not a div. And now I'm going to put in the settings item. Okay, so the settings item will take an icon. This will be an account icon, and we'll get title, which will be user name. Okay, and the value the value, I'm going to say it should be subtitle. Okay, so user.this, and I'm also going to say show arrow to be false. Okay, so yeah, so whether to show the arrow or not to show the arrow will be false. Okay, so here let's create it up here. So cause settings, okay, that's fine. Okay, the types has been generated for us here. That's pretty cool. Okay, and I think here we also need whether it's dark or not. Okay, great. Now I'm going to change this to touchable opacity. Okay, so it should be this flex, justify, and space to between. Okay, that's cool. Okay, and okay, so I think we need to do something. So I'm also going to add on press event, right? Okay, so there are some stars I'm going to add. So we have the icon, which is going to be okay, so key of, yes, type of, okay, let me see if this, so material icon dot, okay, great. So yeah, I think this is the star, this is the type. Title will be string, subtitle will also be string, and subtitle will not be required. Show arrow, okay, also will be optional. And I'm going to have another one that is show toggle, right, which is also optional boolean, and it's enabled. Will we even need that? Okay, I'm not sure we'll need that, so let me remove this and let me go on the onPress. Okay, onPress, which will also be void. Okay, great. So here I can destructure all of this here. It's enabled. Yeah, I don't have it. Okay, yeah, so something like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is that inside here, I'm going to change this to a view. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's a view, and inside it, so a view, and inside it, I'm going to show the icon, so the material icon, then icon, and yes, the color. I think the color, I'm going to say this colors. So if it's dark, this color. If it's not that color. Okay, so we have this. Okay, great. And I can see one problem already. So here I can give class name and say margin top of 4 to push it down. Okay, great. Okay. Now we're done with the icon. So we can also have another view. Okay. So yeah, remove all of this. And let's start this view. So flex of 1, right? And margin left of 4. So inside this, I'm going to have the test, which will display the title, right? Okay, good. And let me see if I can suggest some classes that will work. Remove this for now. Okay, so yeah, it should be SM. Let me make it 16 pixel. Okay, so semi-bold. If it's dark, it should be I'm going to use gray 100 instead, and this I'm going to say gray dash 900. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I think that should be fine. Great. And after that, we're going to put the subtitle, right? So I'm going to say another one. Okay. So subtitle, okay. If there is no subtitle, I'm just going to say N A. Okay. So here also the font should be okay. Maybe 14 is okay here. 400, that's fine. And here 600. Okay. And we can have other one. It's a margin top of 0.5. Should that be fine? Okay. I think that's fine. Okay, so below that, right? Below that, but still between within the this, I'm going to say that if the show arrow is there, right? It's true. I mean to say, we would now bring in a material icon, community icon. Okay. I mean, there are other icons, but I'm using material icon, right? With this, the name should be chevron, right? Okay, that's fine. The size should be 20 and color should be this. Great. So if I go here and I toggle this to true, right, we should see an icon here, right, that we can click, right? That is for the team if we click on it, right? Okay, but I think username, there is no need to show this. So false. Okay, so yeah, that is it. And we can just duplicate it a couple of times, right? So here we can just duplicate it a couple of times. So 1, 2, 3. This one will be for email. Okay. And this will be for phone. Okay. This is phone number. Okay, this. So we have one simple problem. So we're going to say gap-6. Okay, so something like this should be fine. Okay, we can even also create something like okay, a divider. So with this, let's see if that will work. Okay, but that's it, very big. Okay, so 1 pixel. Yeah, 1 pixel is very large. Okay, so to get the height, right, I'm going to do something else here. Okay, so this, yeah, so I'm going to do something else. Okay, so with width, we can use something, let's use the style and say width. Oh, sorry, not width. The width should be full. So height, we're going to use something called styles, style sheet dot hair. I think it's here. Oh my goodness. It's hairstyle. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think I've forgotten it. It should be style sheet. Okay, style sheet. Let me import it here. Okay, and let me see if it will come. Okay. Yes, herewith. Great, which is a very thin line. Okay. So I don't know if you can see it. Hardly will you see it. It's very small. In that case, maybe I can reduce the gap to 4. Okay, so I can have this a couple of times also between here. Okay, so I think you see it better. Yeah, you see it better. So here, with that one, I now going to have kind of similar thing, right? Here, I'm going to have kind of similar thing here. And let's see. Okay, so we have another one like this. But I'm going to change this to appearance, right? Okay. And this time I'm going to remove the rest because it's just one. Okay, so 1, and this is going to be theme. Okay, so yeah, and show arrow. This time let me turn it to true and see. Yeah, so if I click on this, okay, good. So now on press of this, on this, right, we're gonna have I'm gonna have the on press event here. No, and I'm gonna say handle theme. Okay, so handle theme. Then I'll perhaps come up here. Okay, so handle theme should be this. Okay, so now this. Okay, so in here we're gonna have a switch state, a switch. So switch, which is based on theme. Okay, so theme. Okay, great. So now let's begin to do set up here. So here we have this stack. We also have the theme. I think this is the first time, and set theme here. Okay, so it's going to be based on this theme here. Okay, so we have case of light. If the case is light, we set theme to if it's light, we set it to dark. If it's dark, we set it to light. And maybe we can have another one for a system. And default should be light. I think that's fair, right? Okay. Okay, so here, now we're done with this one. Let's use a use memo. So cons theme text, right? Should be equal to use memo from React. Okay, let me see if this one will work. So that one also, we're going to use the theme. So case of light will return light. Okay. And when it is dark, we'll return dark, as will return light by default, and the dependency should be this. Okay. So this, does it change? It doesn't. I'm not sure. Okay, so here, let me see where this is coming from. Okay, it's coming from our context, and we have the set state function. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure I attach this. Yeah, I'm clicking on it, but nothing is happening. So I'm not sure I'm using this on press. Okay, we're not using it. So on press, we'll call the on press function. Right, great. So let's check and see. Yeah, great. So now it works. Great. Yeah, so we've been able to implement light and dark theme, very simple. Okay, so, and I'm going to have a last one, which will be a last item, which will be the logout function or button. Yes, so inside the scroll here, should I add it to another view? Okay. Yes, okay, let me add it to this view. So touchable opacity. Okay, so you have this, it's going to say logout. Okay, let me try if I can also get an icon. So material community icon. Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, let's just stick to this and see. So logout. Okay, so yeah, I think that's fine. And let's just say item to center and justify to also center, right? Okay, and let me increase the font to be base. Yeah, and should I say font semi-bold? Yeah, great. And okay, so, and on press, I'm gonna call logout function. Okay, so here we can create it here, cons logout. Okay, so here what we need to do is we need to get the logout function from here. So we're going to say cons. Oh, okay, so sign out from Auth, import Auth from Expo, right? Okay, a function to sign user out, the current user. So I'm just going to call it, and I think that should be all. Maybe I should make it an async and see. Yeah, so yes, like this. So we don't have a login page, so we just have to go back to home page, right, which is also the login page. So here, so that's it. I'm not going to click on sign out, because if I click, it will sign me out now. So okay, so that's pretty it. So now in the next one, we're going to make this chat work. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you.